Okay. It has come to my attention that I have not made a video in a little bit. While I'm talking about this, I'm going to be overlaying a couple clips. This was a leg day session that we did a couple days ago. So I want to do this really quick video on how to keep up with your health and fitness routine while you're stuck at home. To anyone watching this in the future, it is March 23rd, 2020. Today was the first week where everything non-essential was shut down due to the coronavirus. And among maybe the smaller problems to come of this, people are looking for ways to stay in shape without having a gym, and most people not having a home gym. So in this video, I won't be doing any home workouts or anything like that. I will just be talking about some relatively easy ways to make sure you are staying on track with your health and fitness goals, whatever they are. I want to talk about one thing that no matter where you're at, it will be beneficial if you're not doing it already to start doing it now, especially when you have more time being at home, picking up new skills. This I would put to the top of that list if staying healthy, staying in shape is important to you. And that one thing is counting your macros.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
I know that sounds like the end of the world to people who have never done it, but trust me, it is not that bad, especially when you're in a routine and especially when you're at home, when your meals are going to be relatively regular and you're making food from home and going grocery shopping for most of your stuff. So the 3 steps that I would recommend for getting this ball rolling is number 1, calculating your TDEE, which is going to tell you where your maintenance calorie level is at. You put in your age, your body weight, your relative activity level, and it's just going to spit out a number, and that's going to be the number that you're going to hit just to maintain body weight. After you do that, the second thing is going to be to buy a scale. I have one that looks like this. They're like less than $10 on Amazon. You can go get them at any store. Just a food scale. So you can portion out your cereal. You can portion out your servings for dinners, whether it's chicken and broccoli and rice or pizza or spaghetti, whatever. It doesn't matter. Having this scale will be really helpful. A little note when tracking your macros is you don't really need to track your vegetables. It's obviously important to get those vegetables, but you don't have to put in the time to weigh out how many green beans you have and making sure that that makes the cut. Stick to the main things you're eating and drinking, and that's going to give you a very good estimate of what you're consuming in a day. The last thing is to download MyFitnessPal or the Fitbit app or anything like that where you can scan barcodes, you can type in food names, you can save things. So that way it's really easy to just enter that in, and that is hands down the easiest way to keep up with where your calories are at for the day. And that's sort of going to bring me to the biggest problem and the hardest thing that you're going to struggle with, or that everyone struggles with when they're at home for extended periods of time, or they maybe are working less, is snacking and just being bored. And when people are bored, they tend to want to eat. So you'll go and you'll grab whatever is going to satisfy that craving. It's going to be chips. It's going to be cereal. It's going to be things that are going to be tasty and that's going to like make you feel good. You're not going to be sitting around and wanting to eat carrots, or you're wanting to eat like chicken breast. That's just not going to happen. So my biggest advice for that is to eliminate those things entirely from your house. Like right now, go and throw the crap away. When you go to the grocery store, get yourself healthy snacks like carrots and like hummus or something like that, where if you are hungry, like truly hungry, and you're not just looking for something for it to be quick satisfaction, you can snack on something like that. Eliminating bad foods is the easiest way to prevent yourself from eating those, because you just won't have that option in the first place. Once you figure out the calorie goal that you're shooting for every day, breaking that down into what you should shoot for carbs, fats, and proteins, give yourself a little window for each of those. So if you're 175 pounds, you should be shooting for between 140 to 175 grams of protein. And for fats, you might be looking at between a 45 to 65 grams of fat per day, and then your carbs would just fill out that total caloric intake for the day. That's just off the top of my head. That could be off, but like those are ranges that you want to stick in. You don't want to get so crazy on yourself if you're over for 5 grams of fat for the day or anything like that. It's not supposed to add more stress. It's actually going to put your mind at ease, knowing that you're within these certain windows that you're trying to hit. Tracking your macros is also going to be hugely effective to curb your snacking. If you know exactly how much fat you have left in the day or how many carbs you have left in the day, you're not going to be inclined to waste that on chips or on something else if it's going to eliminate your fat for the day and somehow you have to come up with another 550 calories for the day and all you have to use is protein and carbs. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy without knowing what I'm talking about, but once you start getting into it, I don't really want to say like it's fun to track your macros, but it is almost like a daily challenge, and you do feel good at the end of the day when you met those. So I don't know, maybe I'm weird. So obviously this video is really leaning heavily on the nutrition portion of staying in shape, and that truthfully is my advice, is to start somewhere. Nutrition is the place to start. That's how you're gonna lose weight. That's how you're gonna maintain weight. That's how you're gonna gain weight if that's your goal. You have to know what you need to eat to maintain body weight and everything under that and everything above that. So you're not surprised when you're not reaching your goal, or you're not surprised when you are, because you know exactly what you're doing. Now, doing something every day physically is a fantastic idea also, especially when you're cooped up inside. It's gonna be good for your mindset. It's gonna be good for your body in general to get outside, go for a walk, get some fresh air. Obviously, with where we're at now, not a whole lot of places are gonna be open, but a 10-minute walk whenever you're noticing you're sitting or laying down for too long is a great thing. Or if you're watching 3 hours of Netflix, maybe after 3 shows, you just go on a 5-minute walk just to get outside. That's all that I have today, though. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a little bit informative. If you have any questions, leave a comment, reach out to me.
If you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.